Just like Mega Man, the Sonic the Hedgehog franchise has fallen onto some hard times recently with games that are really hit or miss. But to keep morale high for the franchise, let's take a look at some fascinating Sonic the Hedgehog theories. At the end of Sonic Adventure, it's discovered that the antagonist, Chaos, turned out to be not that bad of a guy and just wanted to take care of the Chow babies. While many have interpreted this ending as Chaos becoming good after being defeated, others have theorized that Chaos was always good and the real enemy were the humans in Sonic. From the beginning of the game, the player is encouraged to play around and raise Chow in captivity. The setting of these Chow gardens acknowledges the fact that these creature eggs were brought to them from different locations, through not the nicest means. The Mystic Ruin Adventure Field has a few NPCs that are in the middle of what is considered a very important work, which could possibly mean that they're poaching Chow eggs, as seen in the nearby garden, in addition to the silver Chow egg being placed in a secret location. Another Chow garden can be found in the hotel of Station Square, alluding to the concept that the hotel may actually be profiting off having guests own and interact with Chow. Another important element to Sonic Adventures are the animals. There are animals in every level that can be used to modify how the Chow look and behave. So does this mean that Sonic has been genetically mutating the Chow for personal gain? The final point this theory hinges on is that the Chaos boss battles are located pretty close to where Chow gardens are, such as the eastern part of the Mystic Ruin, the Egg Carrier, and the hotel suite right next to the Station Square garden. As a result of being defeated and seeing its children kidnapped and corrupted, Chaos goes crazy and destroys the Station Square, soon leading to the final battle. Now I'm sure we all know the theory that the Super Mario Bros. Games are a symbol for communism taking over monarchies, but many may not realize that the Sonic franchise holds its own theory about political symbolism, except this time with communism being taken down by capitalism, specifically the Cold War. To represent communism, we have Dr. Eggman, whose real last name is Robotnik, which just so happens to mean worker in some Slavic languages. Dr. Robotnik also turns animals into robots. This is important because robot is also another word for worker. All this could possibly be a metaphor for the CCCP spreading in East Europe among other parts of the world. Last but not least, Dr. Eggman and his robots are mostly red, which coincidentally is the color of communism. Sonic, on the other hand, could represent capitalism and the desire to gain and grow wealth through your own actions. He is always looking to collect gold rings and build up a large amount of them. He has to work hard to collect these rings, sometimes going through literal hoops to do so. Sonic is also willing to use a great deal of his accumulated wealth to defeat communism. This is evident because he often loses many of his rings in run-ins with enemies. Miles represents the space race. He's a sidekick to Sonic and aids him on his mission to defeat Robotnik by being able to fly. Many people felt that winning the space race would prove that capitalism is more viable economically and simply a better way of governing than communism. Finally, we have Knuckles, who symbolizes the arm race between the two sides, who are both trying to show their strength by being the most powerful in the entire world. Now many may say that this theory is really stretching it, and that may be so. But just realize that the Cold War ended in 1991, which just so happens to be the year that Sonic the Hedgehog was released in stores. Throughout the Sonic games, fans have come to realize that Eggman seems to really enjoy lost ancient artifacts, and unearthing creatures of destruction to use in his schemes to take over the world. Just think about it. He's discovered and harnessed the Chaos Emeralds, the Gizoids, Dark Gaia, and Solaris. This has led many to believe that Dr. Eggman was once an archaeologist. It makes sense when you think about it, since Eggman's grandfather Gerald Robotnik supposedly had some experience with archaeology, and Eggman looked up to him during his youth. It's very probable that Eggman adopted an interest in archaeology because of it, and subsequently started using artifacts that he dug up. Then when he got older, he realized how well some of these ancient power sources could be implemented into his plans for world domination. To wrap up this video today, let's listen to see if there's any similarities between a stage theme from the original Sonic the Hedgehog and a classic song from the 1960s. Well, there you have my most highly requested fascinating theory video since The Legend of Zelda, and if you have any of your own fascinating Sonic the Hedgehog theories, please feel free to leave a comment below. So until next time, thanks for watching.